I'm not a money man, so I don't know much about it. So, in the கேள்வி உங்ககிட்ட கேட்கணும்னு நினைச்சேன். Are you using any AI tech at all?
இப்போ chat GPT-ல I just did like a trial run where I gave it a prompt saying that
உங்களோட வீடியோ ஒவ்வொரு தடவையும் பார்க்குறப்ப இருக்குல்ல, I have this phrase, I say there are certain people who are always in pursuit for excellence.
that is I think perseverance,
yeah,
right?
Perseverance,
just not thinking that this is the end and just showing up every day. And I was adukapram again I got back into the circuit, played again another 2.5 years, and after that of course it didn't I didn't pursue this thing, but still the 2.5 years இன்னும் நிறைய things கத்து கொடுத்துருச்சுல. That இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இன்ஜுரில இருந்து வந்துட்டும் you can still get back onto the circuit, still play at the highest level, follow your passion.
எனக்கு ஆச்சரியமா இருக்கு in the sense at a pro level when world doctors are giving up, there is still somewhere there is treatment available and can be fixed, but you have to search and you have to persevere.
You have to search for it, and நம்ம பிலீவ் பண்ற வரைக்கும் நம்ம சர்ச் பண்ணோம். is what if நமக்கே பிலீஃப் போயிடுச்சுனா then it's very difficult, but I feel அந்த டைம்ல வந்துட்டு my belief was like 150%. I don't know how or why, but it was just like that, and that same belief was there when I was making the transition also, because this was a new field and I'm letting go of something that I knew to do, only thing I knew to do in fact, because I didn't have a very good college degree or very good schooling background, அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இல்லாதனால in the transition make பண்ணும்போது I believed 150%. I don't know how or why or anything, but I just had like that, and the manifestation and all these things, right? I think it came from that period of my life where I just thought, okay, perseverance is going to help me get through this. So in the phase liyo na adhe da yosichen. Just hang in there, just do this thing, you really like it. The results are not seen yet, but it's going to come.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
that is how it was.
I had one question for you, Neeraj, and இது வந்து probably may apply, may not apply, but I want to get your thoughts on it. Because this is the only time, actually first time I'm doing a conversation with an athlete, who's played pro. இதில் வந்து யூஎஸில் ஜென்ரலாக என்ன பார்க்கலான்னா, people who played NBA, NFL, NHL, NBA, NFL predominantly னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. NFL and NBAல வந்து இது வந்து ஒரு பெரிய ட்ரெண்டு. எப்படின்னா they'll sign up multi-million-dollar contracts per year or a couple of years. ரெண்டு விதமாக இருக்கும். ஒன்று they will play the entire career, and then when they retire, அவங்களோட ரிட்டையர்மெண்ட் வந்து இதில் இருக்கும், பீக்கில் ரிச்சஸில் இருக்கும். Then they get broke in like a couple of years. They're on the streets. Right? அது மாதிரி இருக்கும். Very very ரொம்ப கம்மி athletes like Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, then these are the two. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேர் வந்து they've made it really big. Jordan did, because he did it in various different ways. இவங்கெல்லாம் வந்து they had a professional, like, good exit, and they continue to do, அவங்கெல்லாம் business careers, sports and business careers பண்ணாங்க. பட் மற்ற athletesலாம் அதை பண்ணுறதுக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டாங்க. Any take on it? What do you think? Or do you see that only as a trend in the US or anywhere in the world?
I think tennis also it happens quite a bit, because you can see in the previous generation, I think இப்போ இருக்க generationல everybody is aware. They all have good PR teams, good marketing teams, and even financial planning. They start doing it when they're really young. In tennis especially, because it's an individual sport, all of the decisions have to be made by the individual himself. There's no team or organization. Even if you are part of an academy, the academy doesn't tell you like what you're supposed to do. You still have to hire somebody for your PR and for your marketing. It's like building a personal brand, basically, right? இப்போ வந்துட்டு, like, let's take Roger Federer or Rafa Nadal. All these people have thought about what happens after they finish their tennis career when they were like 30 itself. So Nadal built his own academy. Federer's already invested in a shoe company which is valued at like I think $10 billion or something like that, right? So இந்த மாதிரி investments வந்துட்டு அவங்க முன்னாடியே வந்துட்டு they planned it out in such a way that it's also inspiring others to do that. Even the youngsters now are like following in that path. But if you take the previous generation, like Boris Becker and Bjorn Borg and all these people, அவங்க வந்து they lost all the money that they earned from tennis because of the lack of financial financial the planning வந்துட்டு கரெக்ட்டா பண்ணாதனால. And it's something that is there in the open. You can just go read about this and you will know.
I think if you apply the same thought generally நீங்க tennis விளையாடலனா கூட if you're not playing any sport and you're not making money out of it, but ஒரு normal careerல நீங்க எங்கயாவது கம்பெனிஸ்லாம் வேலை செஞ்சிட்டீங்கன்னா it is the same logic applies. Saving for retirement, right? இது வந்து வெறும் பெரிய athletesக்கு மட்டும் தான் ஆகுது இல்ல. For regular people also, if you don't save for retirement, then you will be in a very similar situation, right?
Yes. நீங்க வந்துட்டு how do you look at this? I think COVID was a shift in the world's perspective on many things. Before COVID, people weren't even talking about money or financial planning or personal finance.
Really?
At least in India, we were definitely not having those kind of conversations. But after COVID, people are talking about investments, people are talking about money, what money actually means, how it can compound and all these things. How do you look at it? What is your perception on it?
So I'm not a money man, so I don't know much about it.
Okay.
In a sense, I'll give you my 2 cents. So the way I look at it is, I don't even know what is it that I get in my paycheck and what gets deposited in the bank. The way I manage it is, I know what is my expenses. Am I earning enough am I saving enough and I have very less expenses? Am I spending more than what I earn, or am I spending less than I earn and I have a saving? Right? So that is what is my fundamental math. From savings and things like I'll talk about this actually. என்னாச்சுன்னா யூஎஸ் போய் இறங்கணுன்னு யூஎஸில் வந்து ஜென்ரல் ஃபினான்ஷியல் பிளானிங்லாம் பயங்கர இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுப்பாங்க. ஸோ நிறைய பேர் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. பட் ஃபார்ச்சுனேட்லி யாரோ ஒருத்தர் ஐ மேட் அண்ட் ஹி said, hey, you got to start saving for a rainy day. But it did happen. என்னன்னா the savings what I did in 3 years, 9/11 happened. 9/11 happened and there was a big crash in the market. Jobs went like, and from a salary of 80,000 what I was making, I came down straight to $2,000 a month. Okay, 80,000 per year. Okay. And it was very hard to survive. So on the time it was the rainy day fund, right? Whatever I had invested at that point in time as savings in mutual funds and things like that, that is what really helped. So my 2 cents is, I think it's not only after COVID, I'm thinking, but maybe in India it is that way. But generally, you should start early. There is also a fundamental math. If you start at the age of 21, you invest $100 a month, it becomes $1 million retirement saving or something like that.
Correct.
So what I've always done is like consistently saved over a period of time, and that's what helped my business also. 2007 when I wanted to start the business, and like a lot of people when they do startups, they go and ask for funds and things like that. Ennoda the services business, in services business you really don't need money because the customer pays you and then you pay yourself, right? In services business. So when I started the business, all I had to do was invest about $500. That's the initial seed money what you put in. But adula எனக்கு most important என்னன்னா, ஒரு வேலையை விட்டுட்டு அடுத்த 12 மாசம் வந்து paycheck இல்லாம உட்கார்ந்திருக்கணும். Do I have enough funds to run my family, pay for the rent, car, this, that and all that? அது வந்து எதனாலனா அந்த saving discipline நால வந்தது. Right? So I saved enough funds for அடுத்த 12 months so that even if I don't get even if my business does not do very well, I'll still be able to get I was confident enough that I'll get another job. அதுவும் ஒரு problem. Actually நிறைய பேர் வந்து they don't want to they'll go in a parallel stream. This is like a big thing in the Tamil entrepreneur community in the US. They'll do a full-time job and they'll do some side business. In the sense, they'll start a business. My belief is, if you want to really grow the business, you have to be full-time on it. Okay, it cannot be like a stepmotherly treatment for the business what you start. So adu edunala pandranga because they don't have significant savings to put it in that business to start the business. One innonu vandu enna and the risk taking ability, in the sense they are not confident in the value rendume venum. I want the cake and eat it too. That is a problem. You can eat a bigger cake if you really start the business and just focus on that. Is my take.
Wonderful.
We started talking about investments and went into various different so Neeraj, இந்த question வந்து எனக்கு வந்து every time உங்களோட வீடியோ பார்த்தவன இருக்குல, எனக்கு வந்து first நீங்க you want to make a video me looking like Superman. Okay,
that's definitely happening. 100%. I think on camera we can record. Just shake on it. Definitely happening.
Absolutely. ஏன்னா உங்க வீடியோ பார்த்தவன இருக்குல, என்னோட அந்த குழந்தைத்தோட இருக்குல்ல, the inside child came out. Oh my God, if Neeraj is looking at this, I have to ask Neeraj, how can you do something like this for me and post it on my channels? But with that comes உங்களோட வீடியோ ஒவ்வொரு தடவையும் பார்க்குறப்ப இருக்குல்ல, I have this phrase. I say there are certain people who are always in pursuit for excellence. Okay, I feel உங்களோட வேலையில வந்து there is so much of work which goes in, there's so much of quality, and those are people who are actually in pursuit of excellence. Okay, so என்னோட கேள்வி என்னன்னா, இது வந்து pursuit to excellence இல்ல perfection? What is it that, are you a perfectionist, or is it just in anything what you do there has to be a pursuit to excellence? That's how you look at it. What are your thoughts on that?
So என்னோட thoughts என்னன்னா, in the work that I do, அதோட foundation என்னன்னா, it has to be something that first inspires me and first something that I am proud of. Right? Only then I can share it with somebody and say with our Instagram audience, or if it's like a client, whoever it is, right? Perfection, I feel, is an illusion.
Okay.
I will never reach perfection. If I think that I've reached perfection, it means that it's done for me.
Because what you say is absolutely right. Because every video of yours, there is something that you're trying to stretch yourself. You're going beyond.
Like, how can I get better in the next video? Is it technically can I get better, or creatively can I get better, is what I'm thinking about. Right? But it has to be something that's not out there yet.
Wow.
That's where, and for this particular idea, I take inspiration from so many things around me. I will take inspiration from things that you've just told me, from the rain this morning, that could inspire me, right? From a book that I read yesterday, that could inspire me, or a movie that I saw. I'm just open enough to understand that inspiration is everywhere.
Got it.
Right? And I use that in my videos in the pursuit of excellence.
Wow. That's awesome.
எல்லா வீடியோலயும் வந்துட்டு ஒரு திங் டிஃபரெண்டா இருந்தா போதும் தான் நான் நினைப்பேன். Not the entire video itself. And I think that came from reading Atomic Habit, which says get better 1%. Right? So I try to apply that in the videos and say, okay, let's just be 1% better, or let's just do one thing that's so different. In
that is
this
so nice.
video.
You are able to break it down to just say ஒரே ஒரு aspect videoல better.
ஒரு aspect மட்டும் different-ஆ இருக்கணும். ஏன்னா because we work with food, right, predominantly, and products which are more or less the same in all these ads, we can't like இப்போ for example ஒரு mango juice பண்றோம்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்களேன். Mango juice can be made only in one way. But the mango can be shown in like 1,000 ways. Right? And on the 1,000 ways are 10,000 ways and that is, you're only limited by your creativity. In that. So I'm definitely someone who is pursuing excellence. And but the important thing that I also have to add here, which I think will be very useful for people trying to become more creative or trying to pursue this field, right, is excellence oda pursuit la we shouldn't take too much time also.
Beautiful point. I was just getting there actually.
You should have a deadline. You should say that in these 2-3 days I want to create something that I have not created before. What is the best idea you can generate in these 2-3 days? Whatever it is, create it, and if you have a platform to share it, share it.
Yeah.
Move on to the next one.
Agree.
And then do the same process.
Agree.
So even when we speak to all our clients, right, who want to work with us for these digital ads, what they say is the quality is good, but the frequency is better. The frequency at which you are able to deliver quality and post on, say, Instagram and put it out there, right? Because 3 or 4 videos at like a very high quality is what we are putting out every week, and each video has like a unique element to it also. So not just the creative aspect of it, but also the frequency of it. Is very important.
So in the kelvi ungkitta kekkanu nenichen, although I want to ask several other questions, are you using any AI tech at all?
We are starting now.
Very nice.
With AI stuff. We are just experimenting to see how we can integrate it well. I think we are more in the pre-production stage with AI.
Are you using ChatGPT for anything?
ChatGPT I have used for scripting and mari irukradhu.
Very good. So
I've used.
So I'm trying to figure out how technologies can be applicable for across industries, right? So that's the reason why I asked the question.
I can tell you something about ChatGPT. Like for example, we've not implemented it in any of our projects yet, but because we're still testing it out. But the craziest thing about ChatGPT that I've seen is, so for every video we have a short list, right, which explains what is the theme of the video, eppadi idha vandu shoot panna porom, 1 2 3 4 5 points vandu maybe like 10 15 points vandu irukum, right? We prepare that for all videos. It is like our plan, so that entire team is aware of enna pannanom abdinte. Ippo ChatGPT la I just did like a trial run where I gave it a prompt saying that, you know, this is the recipe, this is what I want to shoot, give me a creative short list for this entire thing. And I got a creative short list which was, I just had to tweak little bit.
Wow.
And the entire thing is out there. Like it just breaks
what did you call
recipe.
it as? What was your phrase?
The prompt?
The prompt.
Okay, so it was like first analyze my page. This is my page, Neeraj _ Elango.
Okay.
And I have to make it understand what I'm looking for, right? I'm a food videographer. This is the kind of videos that I've done. Now I'm looking to do a video with this mango, mango fruit. And it has to be something that is innovative, not something that I've done before. Give me a creative short list for this entire video. And it just breaks it down, saying that first pick up the mango, and then you can cut it like this, you can slice it like this, all these things. And it even tells you some tools that you can use to get like perfect cuts on the mango.
Look at that. The beauty of Neeraj is he will not resist to share all the secrets what he has. That's why he talks about camera, equipment, how to make shots. That's the beauty of I think you are an open source.
Yes.
You serve as an open source open source content creator. That's beautiful. What other tech do you use?
In terms of even there's another one that we are still testing out. It's called Wonder Dynamics. So basically what it is earlier CG pannuna, that is if you need to create a character, right, like a robot or a cartoon or something, you need to sit and do all these small movements, limb movements la romba difficult to do, and it takes a lot of time to render. You need a really powerful software to computer to run these things, right? So now there's an open source AI software, web software, which is called Wonder Dynamics. You record a video of you, normal video, phone la edutha podum, edutittu you upload it on this particular website. It will analyze this footage first. You have a bunch of skins, like I think 8 to 15 skins. It's still in the works, right? So one will be like a robot, one will be like a cartoon character, and it's well defined also. You just choose the skin, in 10 minutes your video is ready. Whatever actions you're doing in that particular video will now be in a cartoon in that particular skin.
Oh, nice. Okay, Wonder
Dynamics.
Wonder Dynamics. Okay, I'm going to remember that.
Yes.
All right, that's our next video, which is coming up in Wonder Dynamics.
And
go on.
And the next thing why I share these things is I don't believe in gatekeeping anything.
Right? That is what I've seen always. You know,
people tend to gatekeep it as if it's something that they've discovered and nobody should know about it. But I think only when you share you can grow exponentially.
Agree.
இப்போ நான் உங்ககிட்ட ஏதாவது ஷேர் பண்ணாதான் அதுலேருந்து நம்மளால ஒரு டேஞ்சென்ட்ல போய் I can understand something from you. But if I think all this is mine, அப்படின்னா then I don't think anybody can.
So அதுக்கு ஒரு கான்செப்ட் இருக்கு. அதுக்கு பேர் வந்து the giver concept, the go giver. Okay, go giver ன்ற Bob Burger ஒரு book ஒன்று இருக்கு. Since you're into books as well, it's a very simple book, but it's about giving, right?
Right.
Be a giver in such a way that you're not, you keep it like an open source. There's no secrets in the thing, and as a result of which you will see incredible growth happening. The more you pour into others by giving, and as a content creator, that's what you're doing. You're helping so many people. In fact, our teams learn so much from the content what you create and the tutorials what you have. As a result of which you're helping other people grow, and that's what leads to your growth as well. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Superb.
On the same note, right, we spoke about all the technology platforms. ஒரு காலத்தில் வந்து என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா, I don't know, probably you must be very young, I guess, just because we are of the same age. There used to be a company in Chennai, okay, it used to be called as Pentasoft. Okay, அவங்க வந்து, have you heard of them?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay. They're one of the most popular companies in இதுல graphics.
Okay.
So when they set up a facility in Chennai, they were based out of Chennai. They were called as Penta 4, and then Pentasoft is the other company what they opened. Initially அவங்க வந்து ட்ரைனிங்ல இருந்தாங்க, but then they started this company which was in computer graphics. They said Hollywoodல வந்து everything is going to come to India and all of that. They did a little bit of work, but it never took off. I think it was too early or whatever it was on the market conditions. I see you have the potential, right? In my conversations, right? You're so tech driven, you're looking at technology, the kind of work நீங்க பண்றது, the videos what you're creating, it has a lot of good stuff which is like futuristic things, or at least something which is better than what is available right now in majority of the content creators. So having said that, what is your vision for the company, for the amazing company நீங்க create பண்ணது? What is it?
இதில் வந்துட்டு கொஞ்சம் டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக இருக்கும் என்னோட அப்ரோச் இன் திஸ், பிகாஸ் டென்னிஸ் கரியரில் நான் வந்துட்டு when I started playing and when I got better, my goal was I should be number one in the world. That was my goal, and the goal of everyone around me also. Right? Number one in the country was first, number one in the world was next. None of us knew what it takes to get there. Correct? What it, in a way, it helped me build discipline, get better at the sport, but I also got disappointed a lot, because that was அதுக்கு இருக்கிற இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சரும் இல்லை, அதுக்கு இருக்கிற சப்போர்ட் வந்துட்டு கவர்மெண்ட்டோ ஆர் ஃபினான்ஷியல் இது வந்துட்டு கிடையாது. ரைட்? வாட் இட் டேக்ஸ் டு பி நம்பர் ஒன் இன் த வேர்ல்ட், ரியலிஸ்டிக்லி பார்த்தா இட்ஸ் டூ மெனி வேரியபிள்ஸ் which India doesn't have the infrastructure to support. This is reality. Right? So if you have to go abroad and play, financially it is a strain. Next பாத்தீங்கன்னா you are away from home for almost the entire time. அங்க இருக்கிற ஒரு பிளேயர் வந்துட்டு அவன் வீட்டிலே இருந்துட்டு வந்து விளையாடுறான். He is with his family. He is coming and playing. The psychological impact of that is again huge.
Very true.
Right? So இந்த மாதிரி பார்க்கும்போது அந்த லெவல் ரீச் ஆக, அந்த நம்பர் ஒன் ரீச் ஆகிறது வந்துட்டு ஒரு அன்ரியலிஸ்டிக் கோல் செட் பண்ணுறது. இன்ஸ்டெட் ப்ராசஸ் ஓரியன்டாக இருந்துட்டு அது வரைக்கும் எவ்வளோ நம்மளால நம்ம பொட்டன்ஷியலை ரீச் பண்ண முடியும்னு பார்த்தாலே ஐ திங்க் தட் இஸ் அ பெட்டர் அப்ரோச். ஸோ இப்போ வந்துட்டு நான் வந்து அதான் அப்ளை பண்ணுறேன். ஐ எம் நாட் திங்கிங் தட் இப்போ நீங்கள் சொன்னீங்களே இந்த சிஜி இதில் வந்து யூ கேன் பிகம் த பெஸ்ட், யூ கேன் டூ திஸ். ஆக்சுவலாக நான் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷனே இல்லை எனக்கு. எனக்கு என்னன்னா, இப்போ நெக்ஸ்ட் வீடியோ நல்லா பண்ணுறோமா, ஓகே, தட் இஸ் பெட்டர் தென் த ப்ரீவியஸ் வீடியோ, தட் இஸ் குட். In 3 months, let's do, actually one of my goals was to have a podcast also.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So very soon I want to start something on these lines. And
awesome.
This is, this has only pushed me to do that even more. But it's not like the podcast has to be the best in the world.
Agree.
I want to start a podcast. I want to enjoy that process of it. Similarly, I want to maybe make a film. For which 1 minute films is the starting point. But I'm not thinking the film has to be the best film in the world.
நீங்க அந்த film பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஹீரோ வேலை எனக்கு கண்டிப்பா
கண்டிப்பா. Yeah. So everything that I want to do,
Yeah.
I still want to do it. Like I want to, make better commercials or better ads, better content, better podcast.
You're making an amazing point, okay?
Yeah.
And this is not, I don't know whether it's spoken about much or not. நான் படிச்ச புக்ஸில் I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
But எப்படின்னா ஒரு கம்பெனி ரன் பண்ணுறீங்கன்னா அந்த கம்பெனிக்கு வந்து you have to set a vision for the organization. Not that I want to be number one or number two. அது மாதிரி கிடையாது vision. The vision has to be such a vision that you are continuously running to achieve that vision, but you will never achieve that vision.
Yeah.
You are constantly on a chase, right? And you will achieve and you will continue. It's
you will
like
continue. Is not the
you'll continue to go behind that vision. Adu mari statement like creating happiness.
Yes.
Is the vision. If that's
it's
the
an
vision,
illusion also.
Yeah.
You just
exactly. You're continuing to create happiness all the time. That's what you do, right? So ungaloda approach irukla eppdina you are breaking down your vision to smaller steps and giving short term visions.
Yes.
Today or this video I'm going to do with perfection, or we're going to create excellence in this.
Yes.
Right, and you're working towards that. Once that is done, you set your next vision.
Yes.
For the next video.
Yes.
That's how you're approaching it.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I know I want to expand my space.
Yeah.
But it's not like it has to be the best. ஏன்னா எப்பவுமே வந்துட்டு அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கோல் செட் பண்ணும்போது
forget about the best. Okay, forget about being the best. What is it that you have for your company? Where do you see okay, let's ask this question.
I don't believe in it. The 5-year plan அந்த மாதிரி தான சொல்லுங்க.
No, 5 years la enga போறீங்க?
5 years la.
Manifestation. And I want you to call it out of the video. This is what I'm going to be and you will be.
Okay.
Actually, Neeraj எப்படிலாம் மடக்க பார்க்கறேன் அதெல்லாம் ட்ரை பண்றேன். Neeraj doesn't want to say.
No, it's not that I don't want to say it or anything, but என்னோட perspective on this particular thing has changed a lot. I feel. Maybe இப்போ நான் சொல்ற விஷயம் I might never be in 5 years. Or I might be more than that in 5 years.
Yes, of course.
But I want that to be more of a process thing where I reach wherever I am in 5 years. Not like இப்போ நான் 5 வருஷத்துல ஒரு படம் எடுக்கணும், படம் எடுத்தே ஆகணும் அப்படின்னு இருக்கிற எனக்கு மைண்ட்ல இல்ல. ஏன்னா ஒரு 2 years back நான் இன்னைக்கு இது பண்ணணும்னு நான் யோசிக்கவே இல்லை. Last year, in fact last year 2022 March, அந்த டைம்ல வந்துட்டு I was still shooting videos in my house. I would have never thought that I would have a studio space to shoot my video. Right? But 2022 mid pola, that's when we moved into our first studio space. And we started making videos. But I never thought in 1 year we'll need a bigger studio space.
Got it.
All I did was focus on that particular thing. But what I knew on a whole was I wanted to, in the 1-minute films, this was a plan I had long time back that I wanted to do. But I was waiting for the right moment for me to start. I had to have the right skills also to implement such kind of or short film mari I have to implement. I had to have the right skills. So adu mattum da en mind la irunduchu. So even when I share some stuff with my team, I tell them we are going to expand. We are going to have a podcast. We are going to do this particular thing in a bigger scale. But I don't actually know until I actually do it to know அதோட ரிசல்ட் என்ன, or where is Neeraj going to be, where is the company going to be அப்படின்னு இருக்கிறது ஒரு 4 years or 5 years I'm not able to
so it can be done. It can be done, and that is what is strategic planning comes in into business. You always want to set, and in your business plan, if you don't have and this is what I keep saying to other entrepreneurs as well, it is so important to have a written business plan stating that it has to talk about what are the challenges what you're going through. Like for example, the challenge is what you're saying. Hey, I don't know that yet. That should be there in the business plan. What are the hurdles what you have for you to pursue excellence? Next 5 years, I'm going to be at this levels of revenue, or this kind of a head count, or these lines of business, whether it is podcast, this, that, and the other. We'll do all these lines of business. We will expand in these geographies. Why you do that is because it is a form of manifestation as well. Because first you're putting the vision out together. You don't need to call it out. You can call it out also. I'll give you that example also. If once you put it on the document, then what happens is you break that down. It then comes the atomic habits part of it. You break that down into yearly goal, quarterly goal, monthly goal, daily goal. When it becomes a daily goal, you know exactly that is where discipline comes into play. I'm going to do this 4-5 things for us to achieve that larger vision. So that's the reason where I was taking that conversation to. On another note, a lot of people also think, should I call out my vision? Maybe 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line, we will be there, we will not be there. And people think, oh, nama vandu commit pannite, we gave all the PR press release that we will do this, we will do that, and then we fall flat. Why do you fear about the world? Okay, you have a big vision, you want to achieve certain things. Failures are bound to happen. Why should we share only success stories? Come back and tell them, hey, you know what, we messed it up, we missed our targets. And why did we miss our targets? Which means I did not follow through on my discipline. I did not do my daily routines, monthly routine, weekly routine, quarterly routines, because of which we know market dynamics have changed. Various different, but the beauty of it is that holds you accountable. That I have to do என்னோட கம்பெனிக்காக நான் கண்டிப்பா இது பண்ணியே ஆகணும். Because company is like a person. It's a person, and நம்ம வந்து we have to do justice to that person. அதுக்கு வந்து மவுத் பீஸ் கிடையாது, நம்ம தான் அதோட மவுத் பீஸ் as owners and principals. And we have to stand tall for that. That's how I think about it. Maybe I might be completely wrong, but I'm just saying. So lastly, Neeraj, for a wrap up, here's what I'm going to ask you. Okay, a lot of people, நிறைய பசங்க வந்து காலேஜ்ல படிக்கிற பசங்க வந்து they'll apply for various different jobs. Accounting படிச்சிட்டு இந்த ஜாபுக்கு is that எல்லாம் வந்து they are looking for jobs. எனக்கு என்ன இதுல through the conversations I felt in the industry, in the content creation industry, there are a lot of opportunities actually. ஏன்னா நேத்து கூட வந்து இன்னொரு ஷூட்ல வந்து we were in the video crew meet பண்ணோம். Okay, the சின்ன பசங்க 22-23 years old, என்ன அழகா பண்றாங்க. The thing is like அவங்களோட own teams, educational background இல்ல, 10th standard and diploma. அவரே வந்து கத்துக்கிட்டு கேமராவை, அதுக்கப்புறம் அவர் வந்து ஒரு 2-3 பேரை ஹையர் பண்ணி வண்டியிலலாம் கேமராலாம் செட் பண்ணி என்ன அழகா பண்றாங்க, ரைட்? அண்ட் தே earn a living and they are building a company. அவர் வந்து சூப்பரா கேட்டார் என்கிட்ட, சிட் நீங்கள் எனக்கு சொல்கிறீங்களா எப்படி இந்த கம்பெனியை நான் பில்ட் பண்ணுறது? நான் வந்து கிட்டத்தட்ட 4-5 பேர் டீம் பண்ணிட்டேன், எனக்கு வந்து இதெல்லாம் எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்ணணும், எப்படி கம்பெனி ரன் பண்ணணும், எப்படி ஃபைனான்ஸ் பண்ணணும், அதெல்லாம் தெரியாது. கண்டிப்பாக சொல்கிறேன், டோன்ட் வரி அட் ஆல் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பேசிகிட்டு இருந்தேன். ஸோ நான் என்ன யோசிக்கிறேன்னா, ஐ திங்க் உங்களோட ஸ்டோரியிலேருந்து தெர் இஸ் a good learning to be achieved. One, you don't need to really have that skill to get into a particular industry. So I want your thoughts on that, because you went through that journey. You had all your tennis career take away time from education, right? And the background educational credentials illama நீங்க வந்து ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில வந்தீங்க, right? How does that happen, or why? Tell me your thoughts on
it. So I think transition adha pathila I told you a lot, right? I believe in one thing where you can learn a lot. That is 5 வருஷத்துல கத்துக்க வேண்டிய ஒரு விஷயத்தை you can actually compress it into 1 year, provided you put enough time into it. That's exactly what I did. That is every opportunity I said yes to. At that point I didn't look at money as the only factor. I was looking at how creatively that opportunity would challenge me, and whether I had the support to go and shoot that particular video or not, I didn't think about all that. நம்ம போறோம், நம்ம பண்ணோம், அதுல இருந்து நமக்கு ஒரு லேர்னிங் வரும் அப்படின்னு மட்டும் தான் I thought about it. So skill develop பண்ற டைம்ல வந்துட்டு I think that is a very important mindset to have.
அதுக்கு முன்னாடி உங்களுக்கு கேமரா அதெல்லாம் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டே கிடையாது,
கிரியேட்டிவிட்டினாவே என்னன்னு தெரியாது, அப்படி வச்சுக்கலாம். என்ன சொல்றீங்க? I never looked at things. Oh my god,
I completely missed that. நான் என்ன நினைச்சேன்னா, நீங்க சின்ன வயசுல வந்து கேமரா தூக்கிட்டு இந்த சென்ஸ் லைக் அந்த பேஷன் இருக்கும், கேமரா வச்சு போட்டோ பிடிக்கிறது, வீடியோ எடுக்கிறது. You came from
like no sense of
dude, you are a rock star, man. Okay, tell me more. Okay,
so அந்த angle la வந்துட்டு what I thought was take every opportunity, and because you like and you enjoy doing this, try to see what more you can do in this. அதுதான் நான் வந்துட்டு யோசிச்சேன். First there was no business angle to it, அந்த மாதிரிலாம் கிடையாது அந்த டைம்ல. உடனே வந்துட்டு I did not think about that aspect. So once I did my first gig, that is my first opportunity, then I realized that maybe there is an opportunity.
Okay.
Abdinda I realized in this particular thing. But obviously, in a professional training, I've not, like you said, there was no degree or something attached to it. But I feel information is there.
Super point.
But you have to go and look for it.
Yeah.
Ipo na vandute andha period la I did not distract myself by trying to learn everything.
Yeah.
And the videography ku or video edukradhukku enna venumo adu mattum dhaan kathukiten. That is, tomorrow if I have a shoot, I will think about one effect.
Yeah.
And I will go very deep into the tutorial of that effect and learn that particular thing. Then அதுக்கு அடுத்த நாள் ஒரு ஷூட் இருக்கா, அதுக்கு வேற மாதிரி பண்ணலாமா, அப்போ வேற மாதிரி கற்றுக்கலாம். இப்படியே வந்துட்டு பர்பஸ்க்காக கற்றுக்கிட்டேன், அப்ளை பண்ணேன், கற்றுக்கிட்டேன், அப்ளை பண்ணேன்.
Oh wow.
So over a year what happens is ஒரு புக்கு படிச்சு ஒரு டிகிரி பாஸ் பண்ண மாதிரி தான் இது, பட் with practical application.
Yeah.
So இப்படி பண்ண you can see that you're creating more.
Yeah.
I was seeing that I was creating more, and on the other side I was learning a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And actually நான் நிறைய கத்துக்கிட்ட விஷயம்லாம் நான் இன்னும் அப்ளையே பண்ணல. அந்த லெவலுக்கு I have actually learned so many technical things.
Yeah.
So இப்போ I'm just picking small things from that and still applying, and இது வந்துட்டு கத்துக்கிட்ட learning வந்துட்டு எப்பவுமே நடந்துட்டே தான இருக்கு. But application cannot happen in that same pace. Yeah. So always you have more stuff to apply. Right? Beginning stage la வந்துட்டு என்ன ஆச்சுனா, after I started making the food videos and the Instagram page also started picking up, I started realizing that okay, there is interest for this particular thing among the audience, but there is no market for this particular video. That is, there is no business angle to it at all. It is fancy, it looks good, and that's it. I am a videographer. People can hire me to shoot videos for them.
Got it. That's what you were thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I did those gigs also. I shot for some actors and actresses for product shoots that they were getting. So they would hire me and I would go shoot for them, edit for them, send it back send it back to them. And that is the only angle I had. Right? When I started making the food videos at home and I started integrating products, for example, Maggi oda ஒரு noodles எடுத்துட்டு I just integrated it because I thought audience ஓட நல்லா கனெக்ட் ஆகும் அப்படின்ட்டு. அந்த வீடியோ பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சது Maggi themselves want to work with me.
Wow.
Because I have integrated their product in such a way that they hadn't seen before. So now there is an interest from their end. So now you are creating a market for this particular thing.
Wow.
But initial stage la ரொம்ப கஷ்டம், அவங்கள கன்வின்ஸ் பண்றதே ரொம்ப கஷ்டம் that இந்த ஐடியா ஒர்க் ஆகும். Like I have to literally sit down, and because அதுக்கு முன்னாடி content creators doing videos when they're doing brand collabs or these kind of stuff, right? It is always talking. Like even let's take Maggi itself for example. Maggi oda videos la vandu people will come and talk saying Maggi is the best noodles, why don't you buy this noodles, this is something, you know, it tastes yummy and all these things. In video la verbal communication illa, only visual da communicate pannom.
Pushpak nu padam pathirukeenga?
Sorry,
Pushpak nu solli
illa paadadilla.
It was a silent movie from Kamal Hassan.
Oh, okay.
Go on. All your movies are silent.
So அந்த டைம்ல வந்துட்டு I'm trying to create a market for this particular thing. எப்படி கிரியேட் பண்றதுனா, I have to sit with all these people, try to explain to them. They're interested, but they don't know how it works. So everyone will ask me, why don't you do a voiceover, why don't you do this? But I said no, let's try to do this because this will attract a new set of audience. This will bring in a new set of audience. This can work in multiple ways for you also. As a brand, it will work for you also. So it took a lot of time for me to convince them. அப்பதான் கேட்பாங்க, what is your degree? Do you have a professional degree in this? Have you done a thesis on this? Have you done any kind of research on this? அதெல்லாம் காட்டுங்க, காட்டினாதான் நாங்க நம்புவோம். This is also something that comes up because I've attended meetings even in person where they have kind of shut down the idea because I'm not professionally qualified.
Are you serious?
Yes. So
in this world?
Yes.
Okay.
Brands, some brands have turned down working with me because there's no blue tick. because you're not like officially.
This is outrageous, man. The thing is, like, people, I still am a firm believer of that. Okay, first of all, okay, your educational qualification, your credentials, none of that really matters for you to get the job done, right? And if brands are just ignoring or did not give you that kind of work, it is a loss for them. Amazon does not ask for degrees here. And I don't know, still there are certain parts of the world, they'll still say, in the degree, எதுக்காக 4 வருஷம் degree படிச்சிட்டு you're going to use a small portion of that degree somewhere, or maybe there is no degree which is going to be utilized. It's sad.
So that was a huge challenge initially. Appodan I realized the follower count on the page, that is going to speak. That is what speaks to everyone. The views will speak for itself. I don't have to sit and convince anyone if I can get these two numbers to a very high level, right? This is the truth, I feel. Or 1,000, 2,000 followers, at least in today's world, right? 1,000, 2,000 followers இருக்கிற ஒரு person வந்துட்டு can tell the most best right thing. But someone at 250k or 300k, when they tell something that is not of so much value, but people tend to believe that.
Agree.
In today's world, I think numbers are speaking so much more. And from a business angle, for a brand, the number is more important. When I was getting turned down by all these brands who were refusing to work with me or telling me that you don't have a professional degree, how can we trust you with this? I said, okay, then what can I prove? Like only the numbers can prove anything, right?
What was your counter for that when they declined you?
No, I would still try to tell them, like, break the entire video down, show them how the product is integrated in such a good way, and how it can emphasize on branding, and how it can bring out if they have a particular goal, right? And reach is their particular target for that goal. With this video, the reach is easily possible.
Got it.
I don't have to speak for 1 minute to convince.
Correct.
15 seconds, 20 seconds I can explain that entire product in that visual way. Adoda use case, branding, ellame explain panniralam. Right? So this was my idea. But somehow the market wasn't there for it, so they couldn't understand it. Right? So avangala understand panna vekkradhukku I was like, page grow pannom,
good
reach varnom. More people should validate this particular thing.
Awesome.
Now public validates it, right? So our video is now supported by people across India. Appo enna aguduna, for a brand also it is more confidence that ivlo perukku idu pudichirukuna, it will work. So that was the situation at like 1 or 2 years ago, but now it's like completely changed. They are more welcoming to newer ideas. Today all the videos, all the brand videos that I do, concepts are entirely developed by me. They don't have any say or anything in it. So they will come up, they will reach out, and then they would say, just create it in your own way.
Very nice. And I think 2 takeaways what I have from that. One, you don't need to actually have educational credentials enna venalum irkalam illa edhu venalum padichirkalam, but neenga vandu if you apply curiosity, learning, ஏன்னா நீங்கள் வந்து உங்களுக்கு அது பேஷன் கூட இல்லை, ஃபோட்டோகிராஃபி, வீடியோகிராஃபி, யூ ஜஸ்ட் பிக்ட் அப் ஒரு ஸ்கில்லை எடுத்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு கியூரியாசிட்டி, ஒரு லேர்னிங் மைண்ட் செட் இருந்ததுன்னா, அண்ட் பர்சியூட் டு எக்ஸலன்ஸ் இருந்ததுன்னா, யூ கேன் டூ அமேசிங் திங்ஸ். யூ கேன் கிரியேட் யுவர் ஓன் choice of whatever work what you want to do. You can do freelancing, you can then start a company. What an amazing story. I'm really, really inspired.
Super.
I just loved super on a conversation. And parting conversation, what I want to say is, you are a learning leader, you are curious, you are intentional, you are a deep thinker, and you strive for excellence. Okay, this just is going to take you to incredible heights. I sincerely believe we are going to build an amazing organization where people will want to, and I know how you recruited your, and that's why I was trying to hear that story. In fact, even when you hired your editor, how you hired that particular individual, which is not based on a job description, but how does he fit into the vision of the company and our vision in Nansali. Those hiring principles are the ones create big or organizations which people will really line up to work for. So you're on the right path, and best wishes.
Thank you, Sid. I think this entire conversation, feels like we've known each other for for a long time, But thank you for coming and not just interacting with me, but all other creators also, right? I think you're a big inspiration for me and even my team, and for all other creators, at least in our Chennai idhula vandute Tamil creators.
So kind of you. Thank you.
So fantastic.
Thank you.
Loved every minute of this conversation.
Absolutely.
And looking forward to more.
Super. All right. I hope you enjoy the content, and for the time what you have invested, we are forever grateful.
Yes.
Both of us.
Thank you.
Thank you.